Look here, old Oscar the Grouch is rubbing his face on the bark. Eating some bark, aren't you, buddy? Look here, folks. It's real early in the morning. The sun's just up. Squirrel man had to come right out. Tell him, Squirrel buddy, I'm going to the river, so I'll get back over there. And there's the Dog Bubbie Express right there. I'll see you, folks. But where I moved some rocks, there was some gravel and rock. And I see something peeking out here. What's this? Oh, it's brick. But that's a good sign. That would have been a beautiful Amos point, man. It's all chewed up and used. Look at the edge work. I'll show you. Yeah, it's too bad on that. You can see that's impacted. Look at the nice edge work. Look at that right there. Oh, imagine this right when it was made. That barb's gone. It would have been a longer, real ground base. Well, that's a point base right there. I saw it on my show. That's a good sign. Yes, that's a little base of an Amos point, another black one. That's too bad. Would have been beautiful. Yeah, see it right there in the center? That's the bottom of an end scraper. There's another one. I'll have to get it. Hold on. Yeah, that's another just beautiful thumb scraper. Look, you can, that one looks like you could just hold it. Nice. You see what the rake does. I've covered 10 times the ground today with the rake as I could with the sifter, and I got spoil piles back here. I pile up the spoil piles and then just sift them all when I'm done raking right at the end and go through it real quick. I just raked out a beauty, I think. Right there, right out of the sand layer. Oh my goodness. That looks nice, huh? Let's see. You know, that's nice, isn't it? Even with that damage, you know, I get that restored. That's an $80 point. It'd look nice. Probably get that one. That's nice. Well, I'm back over here. There's a core of Crooksville. Look, that's a core. They were making artifacts off. It's got an orange all on it. I'll show you. That's classic Crooksville. I found tons of these in here. Looks pretty good. I'll see if I can't get something. This is a small fire pit, about 3 foot. It's long and oval shaped. I probed it all out. There's nothing around it. See, it goes into mud and there's nothing down in it. Right here's the fire pit. I'm gonna dig it. Well, I don't even know how many of these I've filmed, and I haven't even filmed them all. I'm just filming the ones with the classic orange spots, and that this is just classic Brush Creek chert right here. And see, that's a core. They were making artifacts off that. Well, I raked a bunch of stuff out around the core that I just raked out with a rake and put it in my sifter. And this was evidently in a clump. You see it? Week making Amos at least. Oh man, that's a month maker. Honestly. Oh man, it's beautiful. Wow. Well, this is a day making find. You know, this would have been a little wider. You can see from the width of it, it's been sharpened down a little. And I'd say when it was first made, it had serrations, but they've been used off. This is like a tan river cobble chert. It's not Crooksville. This stuff has like a waxy brown, light brown, the dark brown cortex on it. And it says color on the inside. Sometimes they heat treated it and it changes its color, like a rose color. I found lots of points there, that's how I know this. They were heat treating some of the cobbles around the campfires. Find them, but that's an Amos, and that's a nice one. Very happy to find that, folks. Very happy. There's out of the sunlight. It kind of gives a different, show you some more points too. Well, right on my shovel. That's a big tool, some kind of big scraper. Look at that, I'll show you cleaned up. Well, I'd say they were using this as a knife. You can see how it's kind of, but not much. It looks like green jasper. It's more like just a spall, honestly, but has some character. I'd have to look at this microscopically to see if it's used, and I'm not, so. Well, I don't even believe this. This felt good going in. I see a point And I see a monster blade or something. Let's get the point first. Right, well, it's just a real crude, there's one notch here. Well, it's on the other too. Some kind of crude little thing. But what the heck? Oh, it's broke. It's a big Amos knife and it's fire popped apart. But that's still cool. Look, it's one of these curved ones. It's fire damaged. See, that's black canola chert. It's got a nice edge on it. See it? But that's been fire popped apart. That's too bad. It's crazy that there's that much of it left and it's that thin. I could just snap that off back there, break it with my fingers here. But that's one of these big knives. I'll show you some more next. I got one over here that's broke that's more classic. See, here's one that would have had a point here, and this is the cutting edge. Look at that beautiful fossil chert. But see the graver spur up here, and it's 100% grinding. From that tip all the way around. See it? You can even see it with this camera. See it down through there? It's like the base of a Clovis polished, and it would have gone clear up, and I assume this tip would have kind of hooked, and it would have been ground all the way to the hook. I found 2 whole ones too recently. Look at these inclusions. I'm going to get this one restored because it's just, you know, it's like a Cobb's, but it's a Cobb's variant, the classic one. So you'd have to call it like the Cobb's Amos knife or something. Well, I'll have another frame ready to show you. I'm putting another one together this size here tonight, so I'll show you here in one of the next videos. But the knives, like the fire popped one and the other broken, and this is what they are. See that real curve? I just dug this one within the last 40 days, and here's another one made of black flint. Look at all these points I found recently. Go over to my home page and scroll down through. I have on all kinds of treasure hunting videos. And now that I got this camera out, let's look at this. See this engraved stone I found? You can see it pretty good here in the light. I'll do a video on this and kind of trace some of these with chalk, and we'll look at the other side. But look at that right in there. Some pretty crazy looking stuff. Look at this right there with that down through. That's kind of crazy. Oh, look at this. Look at this salamander thing. Look at him. He's like maroon. I'm gonna get him up here off the shore, but look at him, how cool. I think that's a little blunt right there. It might be broken. We'll look at it. You see, I can't really tell. I think that might be a broken point. I don't really see that that's been used. Well, I don't know. I think it might just be broke. That stone right there, I about got it out. I felt that with the probe. That's what I dug back in. There's another one right up there. That's what I felt. And if I feel them big campfire rocks, there's always stuff around it. And I find them with the probe. And this is deeper than I normally went. Thank goodness I started digging privies and trying it, because it helped me with this. We'll see if that's a nutting stone when I get it out. Here's this first one. I don't really see nothing on it. I'll wipe it off. It could just be a flat stone sometimes. It's about 50-50. Well, you see not much on that side. Turn it over, nutting stone hole right there. See it? Right there at the tip of my thumb. And there's some roughing up here. See, it's an artifact for sure. Almost all of them are.